Okay, good morning and welcome to Iyun HaMishna. Today I want to discuss Terumos Paraktat Mishnah. Hey, over here it says, even though normally we paskin that when you have a mixture of chulin and truma, right? If there's 100 parts chulin to 1 part truma, it's batel. If it's less than that, it's meduma. But if it's all usher, all you have to treat the whole thing as truma. But if it's 100 to 1, it's batel. However, the Mishnah makes it clear that when it's talking about karka or mechuber lakarka, right? You have 100 patches of chulin and 1 patch of truma produce, and now it grows, right? So we're talking about davar she'ein zaro kala, which is basically a regeneration. It's basically the gedulim are daraisa, I believe. Ein zaro kala, the gedulim are daraisa. Gedulei truma mi daraisa, because it's the regeneration of the same thing underneath the ground. It's not something new. So even though davar she'zaro kala is derabbanan, this would be daraisa, and it's not batal even if you have echad umeya because it's karka. So what does that mean? Because it's karka. Why is echad? It's not batal echad umeya. So I explained that when it comes to truma, there's really 2 things. Normally the Torah says achay rab lahatos bittul barov, bittul barov. You have 2 parts chulin and 1 part truma. I said that really is batal in regards to the gufa truma. And I mentioned there's 2 monetary values to the truma. There's the gufa truma, which belongs to the kohen, and the reshus, which is domain over the truma, belongs to Hashem. There's certain halachos you can't be mochel. If someone ate your truma, a kohen can't, say he doesn't want to get paid back. You have to give it back to Hashem's money. You can't change it for something, machal it for something else. There's a lot of halachos we explained that apply to the value of the truma. That belongs to Hashem. So the goof belongs to. But when it comes to the goof truma, which belongs to the kohen, it's bittul barov. Hashem said that because he wants to make sure the kohen has it, so therefore it's not batal until you have 100 to 1. 100 to 1 is batal by truma. But that's only when it comes to metalsla, when it's detached from the ground. When it's detached from the ground, so then you invoke the rule of batal echad b'meya. By karka, you can't be mavatal echad b'meya. Why? Because when kesef, or metalsla, there's shaveh kesef. Kesef is shaveh kesef. Right, it says in the Mishnah and Kiddushin, you can kaddish nisha with money or with the value of money. Metalton have a certain value. You go on Amazon, you go, I want to buy some earbuds from Samsung Galaxy. It's worth money. Even though the ones I want to buy I want new ones, and I'm only seeing ones that ship to Israel are these renewed ones that they were used, but they were sent back almost perfect. I'm not going to spend money on that. But it's worth metalton. These things are worth money. So if you're makadesh nisha with earbuds, or earbuds Pro or earbuds Live, you're makadesh your isha. It works, assuming she has a Galaxy phone, of course. So as shaveh kesef is kesef, but karka, there's no such thing as shaveh karka. The Gemara never mentioned that karka is karka. The reason being because karka is when you exchange money for shaveh kesef, that's basically what you're getting. You're getting the value. When it comes to money, doesn't appreciate in value so much. The dollar is going down, the shekel is going up. I mean, it changes. The rates, the currencies change, worth more, worth less. They don't go up. In fact, there's inflation, with money, and value of metalton, which is shaveh kesef, goes down. However, karka is the opposite. Real estate, it's always going up. Right, so there's no shaveh karka because you don't know how much is going up. Karka can go up really fast. The real estate, they always say, buy now, buy your real estate now. It's always 10 years from now it's going to be worth, I don't know, 200%, 300%, 400%. It's worth a lot. It could be worth tons. Real estate you can make a ton of money on. So that's why there's no shaveh karka. There's karka, it's not shaveh karka. So I mentioned the bershus value of Reshuso, the domain, the ownership of Reshuso is the ownership of the shavius, of the value. So when it comes to metalton, Hashem said you can vatal echad b'meya. When it comes to karka, though, right, that there's only a gufa karka. There's only a gufa karka. So there's no bittul barov by gufa karka because it's not mixed. There's no mixture over here. And when it comes to bittul echad b'meya, which technically you don't need a mixture, it should be a batal echad b'meya. The reason it's not batal echad b'meya is because there is no shaveh karka. Reshuso is the shavius, and the shavius, the value. There's no, you can't put a value on property because it's always going up. Since it's always going up property, so therefore you can't put a value on it, and it's not reshus. and therefore the whole bit Echad is in the domain of Rishuso. There's no Rishuso by Shavik Karka, by there's no such thing as Shavik Karka, therefore it's not Batal Echad. Hope you enjoyed today's share. See you in Shulchan Aruch Yom. We can do next, an early morning edition. See you there.